Welcome everyone back to weekly weather updates, and in today's video we're going to have a look at the latest from the live radar. Then we'll run through the UK Met Office run, have a look at the precipitation and temperature over the next 5 days, as those temperatures are ramping up as we head towards the weekend. Many areas will be into the low 20s for Saturday and Sunday. Beyond that, we'll have a look at the mid to long range, as it does look like we will continue to see very warm, perhaps even hot conditions, but we are seeing quite a consistent signal now for the potential of significant and widespread thunderstorm outbreaks over the course of next working week. We're seeing a very hot air getting pumped up from the south with high pressure to our east, low pressure to our west, and as this low pressure with its unsettled conditions, with its lift, its convective nature, could spark off some big thunderstorms in the hot air that we do have near and we'll have a look at some of the models today, see what they're showing. It is still 5+ days away from seeing any of these major thunderstorms, so there is a lot of uncertainty around, but we'll try and have a look at what is the most likely scenario at this stage. So to remember, if you enjoy my videos, make sure to like and subscribe, and remember to follow me on Twitter as well, the link's in the description. So to start on the live radar, you can see we are seeing pretty much the worst day of this week so far, and this is the worst day we're going to be seeing for the next week probably, really. Widespread rain across many areas. Areas that are not seeing rain have got thick cloud, and further northwards and westwards we've got a lot of heavy showers. So yeah, no real areas across the United Kingdom and generally the British Isles looking decent today. It's pretty miserable everywhere. We're seeing this big weather front head through, and we have alluded to this over the last few days. I have said Wednesday's not looking like a great day, especially in the morning for those western areas, and over the course of this afternoon into the early evening through eastern areas. It should clear by later this evening, so hopefully overnight tonight to tomorrow we'll have all this rain cleared away, but it is giving some well needed rain to some areas which are very dry at the moment, but it won't be significant, being maybe 5 to 10 millimeters, so a good soaking, but nothing that's going to cause any disruption by any means. Further northwards, you can see a lot of showers coming in. This is because we have a general westerly flow of low pressure mixing in. But over the coming days, higher pressure to our south is going to start building in. It is going to start to be bringing warmer southerly airflows. So this will be a thing of the past, these big weather fronts, for at least a good 5 to 7 days. But as I said, thunderstorm potential increasing early next week. I am recording this around lunchtime, so the temperatures are not going to be the peak of the day, but you can see it is not great today. Best temperatures in the far southeast, where we do, where we're avoiding the rain at the moment. So those temperatures will not be on the up. They will be probably going on the downwards trend over the next few hours as we do see these weather fronts spread in. You can see a lot of blues and yellows, so by far the coolest day of the week so far, but it will be ramping up those temperatures over the coming days. You can see in the near continent lots of oranges and reds, so the very warm and hot air isn't far away. All we need is this weather front to clear with a bit of sunshine around, and we will see these temperatures climb significantly over the coming days. So we do now have a look at the UK Met Office run, see what it is showing over the next couple of weeks. The next 5 days, not the next couple of weeks. You can see the weather front heading through at the moment. It should clear all areas by around 6-7 p.m. hopefully, and those showers should decrease, and we could even see a bit of late evening sunshine, perhaps for sunset. So if you are out later this evening, rush hour time around 6-7 p.m, we could be seeing a bit of sunshine potentially, especially further westwards, but maybe even eastwards as well, depending on how quickly the rain does clear. Into tomorrow, you can see still showers in the north and west, but with higher pressure building in slowly from the south, it's turning drier in the south. Could be a few showers here or there further westwards, in the southwest, maybe parts of southern Wales, but nothing too significant with sunshine spreading in. By Friday, you see those showers really confined just to Scotland now, with sunshine, wall-to-wall sunshine in the south, and sunnier spells further northwards as well. And as we head into Saturday, a very nice day, quite widely, a few showers maybe across the far north of Scotland, but a widely very sunny and warm day. Now, one thing we do need to keep an eye on is to our south. Through Saturday into Sunday, you can see showers and thunderstorms are collecting over northern France. We're going to have to see exactly how they interact. And you can see at the moment through early hours of Sunday, they do head through the far southeast with heavier rain, some thunder activity, and some thicker clouds. So it will keep the temperatures down in the far southeast through Sunday, with the best temperatures shifting further westwards. And that is something to keep an eye on, where the positioning of those thunderstorms are. So this is why there does look like there will be thunderstorms around even towards the Sunday and especially early next week. But positioning and timing of these storms is very, very uncertain at this stage. Now, if we do have a look at the max temperatures, see what it's showing over the next few days, you can see today really not great, right widely 13 to 15 degrees, showing some 16 or 17 degrees behind the weather front. But yeah, still not great under the cloud, not feeling particularly decent at all. As we head into Thursday, you can see those temperatures are starting to climb, perhaps more widely 17, 18, 19, 20 degrees, perhaps further eastwards and southwards. Further northwards and westwards, still with showers around, so not quite as much in the way of good temperatures. And by Friday, widespread warmer conditions are starting to head in. 21 to 22, maybe 23 degrees in eastern England, into central southern England, perhaps into the Midlands, even into northeast England, perhaps. Further northwards and westwards, with more of a westerly flow, still a few showers around, it could be a little bit cooler. But these warmer temperatures are spreading northwards, and by Saturday you can see more widespread low 20s, even into northern England, parts of Scotland, getting up towards the high teens, low 20s. And again, locally it could be warmer than this, so yeah, widely very nice through Saturday afternoon, getting to that low 20s, maybe mid 20s, and of course 24, 25 degrees is very possible in a few spots, but as I said, widely 20 to 23 degrees. And through Sunday, you can see, as I said, those peak temperatures do shift further westwards, as we do have those showers and storms in the southeast, keeping temperatures down into low teens, but where we do escape those 21, 22 degrees. So I wouldn't take these temperatures too literally at this stage, but that's the potential where we see the sunshine, because of course these storms could shift further westwards, impacting more central areas. They could shift further eastwards out into the North Sea, and areas in the southeast get up into the low 20s. So that is something we do need to keep an eye on. But you can see best temperatures across the West Midlands, Northwest England, into the southwest, and across parts of Ireland and the Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland. Very nice indeed. Now, if we do start to have a look at the longer range, have a look at the GFS, GM, and ECMWF. Now, if we start on the GFS run, which is by far the most unsettled run today, with big thunderstorms next week, as we will see. See, high pressure is building in towards the weekend, and we start to see that low pressure trying to run in off the Atlantic, those greens trying to interact with the hotter air by Monday, Tuesday next week, and that could fuel showers and thunderstorms. And you can see that low pressure is coming up, pushing those isobars together. So a very strong southerly airflow, very warm conditions, and with low pressure milling around to our southwest, we will see significant storm activity with this. I'm going to show you the precipitation chart in a minute for this run. Now, I wouldn't take it too literally, but it does show some very extreme conditions. Beyond that, we stay with high pressure around, but with little cut-off lows, so potential for more heavy shower activity. Now, if we do run it back and have a look at those air masses, just to see what they're showing over the next week or two, you can see warm air moving up by Sunday, Monday time. Very warm indeed across France into England as well, before we do see low pressure push in. So it could cool those temperatures down for a time, but with big storms. And you can see we do get a reoccurrence of southerly winds again by Friday. Another push of very warm air before we do see high pressure just topple back over the top of the country, giving more around average to above average in terms of temperatures. If we do also have a look at the temperature deviation, you'll see it's not too crazy, but it's above average generally over the next couple of weeks. And you can see where we do see the biggest southerly pushes, we get to around 6 to 8 degrees, maybe 10 degrees above average at certain times. So we do have a look at the precipitation charts for this GFS run. I wouldn't take it too literally. Again, it will overdo the precipitation a little bit. But you can see by Tuesday into the afternoon and evening, major thunderstorm outbreak. All these yellows showing thunder activity, torrential rain spreading in from the south, severe conditions from this. And through Wednesday, you can see into Thursday, once again, more heavy showers and storms breaking out, and then another massive band of storms through Friday afternoon as that low moves in. So you can see here, there could be significant thunderstorms next week if we see this sort of pattern. But it all depends on the high pressure, low pressure positioning. And this would have lower temperatures next week, more likely highs of 20, 21, 22 degrees, not the mid-20s that we could be seeing on other runs. So we do have a look at the GM run, see how that does compare. Again, low pressure around at the moment, high pressure pushing in over the coming days, and by early next week we do have a southerly airflow, but that low pressure is shifted further westwards, so a little bit more settled, and we never see the low pressure push in at all, so much warmer over the course of the UK in terms of temperatures. And drier as well. There will still be showers around, maybe thundery showers, but not these big thunderstorm outbreaks. So you can see a big push of southerly winds, very warm air masses, and we stay under these very hot air masses, especially in the southeast. Could be seeing mid to high 20s, if not 30 degrees from that. Again, we've put change the hour, go down into the 2 meter temperatures, and you can see getting into the high 20s, 28, 29 degrees. And of course, this is midday, so by 3-4 p.m., which you can't have a look at because it only goes at 6-hour increments this far out, it most likely will get up to 30 degrees, as you can see in the near continent. So very hot indeed. And you look at those upper air temperatures, and right towards the end of the run, we stay significantly above average. Potentially the 18-degree isotherm is just to our east. Really, really hot. But you can see cooler air is just to our west. So very subtle shifts in this could give us big thundery outbreaks, or could even bring this hotter air further westwards, or more widely further westwards. And again, look at that temperature deviation. Insanely hot. Getting towards 12 degrees above average. Ridiculous temperatures from this GM run. So you can just see the exact positioning of that low pressure, high pressure can give drastic differences. GFS, low 20s, major thunderstorm outbreaks. GM run, high 20s, maybe even 30 degrees, with still a few thunderstorms further westwards, but nothing too crazy. A much more hotter, drier sort of pattern. So we do have a look at the ECMWF, see how that does compare. Again, low pressure running in over the next couple of days by the weekend. High pressure builds in, and you can see low pressure is trying to push in, but not getting too far in until perhaps day 10. So a bit in between, definitely holding off more like the GEM run initially, before letting the low pressure in like the GFS. So very warm air by the end of the weekend, and we stay with these southerly pushes. Yes, not quite as hot as the GEM run, but still getting the 10-degree isotherm in. Potentially even the 15-degree isotherm gets close before the end of the run. Westerly winds do win out. So a little bit in between, would have potentially mid to high 20s for a few days here, but not sustained like the GM run was showing. That GM run was very extreme. You can see GFS and GM on different ends of the spectrum in terms of thunderstorms, activity, and the temperatures as well. So we do finish the video by having a look at the ensembles. Now, the GFS ensembles haven't fully come out yet, the 6 o'clock run, but we got out to day 12, so pretty much as far out as we've got any certainty, really. You can see it's around average over the next day or two before turning above average by the end of this working week, into the weekend, well above average by the start of next week. A good sort of 5 to 10 degrees above average, getting up towards 11, 12 degrees at 850 HPA. And you can see it does decrease in around 8-9 days time, so by the middle to end of next working week, does decrease a bit, but it's still well above average, so still low 20s is very possible, but increased precipitation as thunderstorm activity does increase. If we do look at the 2 meter temperatures, you can see very strong signal next week to be getting into the low to mid 20s. Again, these are low resolution ensembles, as I keep saying, so you always have to add a couple degrees on. So more likely in London, 26, 27 degrees from the average of these ensembles. But it is just an upwards trend over the next few days. Today, 14, 15 degrees. Tomorrow, 17, 18, 19 degrees. And by Friday, could be into the low 20s. And that's how it's going to stay through the weekend, potentially increasing by Saturday, Sunday into early next week into that mid-20s range. And of course, if we see the GM run sort of pattern come off, maybe even high 20s, 30 degrees is possible. So we do finish by having a look at the ECMWF, see how that does compare. Again, very similar, around or slightly below average over the next day or two, turning well above average towards the weekend and staying well above average. A lot more ensemble members are holding that very warm south to southeasterly airflow right through to around the 21st of May. Very, very hot indeed. So yeah, very, very interesting seeing that, but increased precipitation as well. Again, 50 ensemble members, so we're going to see more precipitation spikes, but quite a few consistent spikes coming in potentially through Sunday, Monday, Tuesday time, where we could see thunderstorms coming up from the south. But I also do want to actually briefly have a look at the GM ensembles, and you can see the operational GM run is hotter run, but it's not an outlier. Yes, only a couple on-time members are going for it. The majority are dipping down, but you can see there is potential there for we could be going into a very warm, if not hot spell. And you look at the 2 meter temperatures, and again, GM run is more high resolution than the ensembles, so it's more likely to be correct. And you can see high temperatures touching on 30 degrees, and the low temperatures maybe only 20 degrees overnight. So very warm, humid, balmy conditions. Really, really hot could be seen here. So we still have uncertainty next week. It's undoubtedly turning warmer, maybe even hotter. Undoubtedly there will be thunderstorms around. But what end of the spectrum it gets, whether it's warm with thunderstorms or very hot and dry, that is yet to be determined, and we're not going to really know, maybe at least for another couple of days, as we do get these this pattern and the next sort of week into the shorter time frame. Of course, the UKMO Office Run spreads out to early hours of Monday, and by the time it heads out to maybe early hours of sort of Tuesday, Wednesday time, so maybe by Friday, we will have a much better idea on what's happening in terms of temperatures and thunderstorm activity. So it's looking very interesting over the next week or two. A lot of people are probably going to be excited. Could be seeing some very hot conditions, could also be seeing some big thunderstorms. So yeah, a lot to happen. So make sure you stay tuned. Suspect there could even be some weather warnings coming from the Met Office, and I'll keep you up to date with those. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you again for another video soon.